Callaloo, aki, sweet potato, yam, banana, and tomato, cabbage, spinach, avocado, chocho, buttered bean and cocoa, courgette, millet, plantain, rice and peas and pumpkin, mango, dates and guava, chickpeas and cassava.
Hello everyone, this is going to be a very different video from what I've been doing in the past. And I see this photo that I've added to this fantastic editing program called Paint. Most fantastic editing program ever created. And it says here like what veganism is all about by explaining like what is vegetarian, what is meat eater, aka carnist. So vegans do none of it, and then it comes to the vegetarian. So what is really marked as what is vegetarian and what is meat eater. However, I feel it's absolutely unfair. So I think that maybe I need to correct this, like to a very high degree. Some of it is going to be really down to earth, nitpicking because the definition is very difficult. But I'll do my absolute best to see if I can find like the best vegetarian solution for this. So first of all, eating animal flesh. Okay, it's not vegan, it's not vegetarian, it is a meat eater thing, obviously. At second, eat gelatin. Well, gelatin is extracted from skin, and we go by the definition of vegetarian, which is to avoid killing. The reason why vegetarians can consume animal products is because you don't have to kill them. There is a huge bias here, but I'm going to go into that later. So, gelatin is not vegetarian. That needs to be corrected. So, first of all, I think that the best thing to do here is just to manually delete this. Then add the color to it. Okay, then I must add a cross manually. Going to be difficult. Let me see. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so now I've corrected the first one here. Second is consume dairy. Yes, this is vegetarian. Well, actually, it's lacto-ovo-vegetarian to be fair. The definition of vegetarian originally was the same thing as plant-based today, but I'm not going into details about that, it's just not needed. So the reason why is that you don't really have to kill a cow to extract dairy, though if vegetarians were aware of the fact that, well, actually, all dairy cows are killed, but yeah, they kind of like, oh, but they don't have to. Well, it's an inevitable consequence. Okay, consume honey. Okay, this is not vegan, although many people would disagree, but is it vegetarian? Yes, you don't have to kill bees. There is nothing against vegetarianism of exploiting animals, so this is vegetarian. Eggs. Although it is happening in the egg industry as an inevitable consequence that chickens are killed when they can no longer produce eggs, as far as it is possible, it will be classified as vegetarian. So this is correct. This I would definitely call vegetarian. So, consumes animal-derived food in food and supplements, eggs, fish, oil, D3, L-cytane, taro, rennet, etc. Okay. First of all, not true actually. Fish oil would not be vegetarian because to extract it you need to kill. D3, I think that they mean like lanolin. That could be, but because they also like add like rennet. And personally, when I was vegetarian, I didn't care about rennet because the time that I would become a vegan. Like, why would I care about rennet when dairy is cruel enough as it is at itself? But rennet has to be extracted through death, and it's not easy to like have them puke and then extract separately. It's now just not going to happen. So no, this is not vegetarian. So let's see if I can. Is there an easier way to do this? No, I don't think so. So I'll do this, then delete. For some reason it turns red, and there's just no way to do anything about that. So I'll just replace it. Where is that again? It just tells people how good I am at using paint. So there is one cross. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. And there is the other cross. Is this good enough? Yeah, I guess good enough. I don't care. So wear leather. Well, this is a hard one. They are supposed to be killed, although I heard about vegetarians that would say that, well, they're killed anyway, so why not use it? But to produce leather, you would have to have them killed. So no, I would not call leather vegetarian. So then again, need to change this out, because there's absolutely no way that I'm going to say that leather is vegetarian. There's the bucket. Let me see. Okay, and then I will cross it out. Let's see, 1 and 2. Really bad. I'll try again. 1 and 2. Yeah, good enough. Wear wool. Well, yeah, there are even people who are vegan who claim that wool is vegan. It is not. Will I call it vegetarian? Yes. It is very easy to extract wool without having to kill an animal. But yet again, it is an inevitable consequence of the industry. So yeah, it's definitely vegetarian. This is a hard one. Wear silk. Silk is a huge problem, because in order to produce the most amount of long threads, they will have to kill the larva before they go out of the cocoon, because then they really destroy the fibers. But it is possible, and because it is possible, I will definitely call it vegetarian. Wear fur. Fur is basically to skin off and still have the hairs attached. So no, I would not call this vegetarian. No way. Absolutely no way that I will call fur vegetarian. Like, even people who aren't vegetarian, who are carnists, disagree with the use of fur. So no, it's it's even like from like a welfarist perspective. I won't. Oh, sorry. I won't even call it like welfare. Like, call it animal welfare. So nope. I'm going to cross that one out. Not vegetarian. Yeah, good enough. So let me see. Uses hygiene, cleaning, cosmetic products, testing on animals, or containing animal derivatives. It says that's not vegetarian. I'd agree. You don't have to kill animals in order to exploit them. So yeah, pretty much vegetarian. Support condones animal testing. Yeah, you don't have to kill them. Still vegetarian. Riding horses. Well, yeah, the exploitation and pain that horses endure by sitting on their backs, cruel, but it doesn't kill them. So, or it's not necessary to kill them for doing it. So yes, it's vegetarian. Horse races. This one is a little iffy, because yeah, they're killed off when they're no longer needed, but that is true for dairy production and egg production as well. So yes, I'd call this vegetarian. Dog shows. Most people have no problem with dog shows. The amount of exploitation or like pain inflicted is actually pretty low. So it's actually a gray area when it comes to veganism as well. But I don't disagree with putting a cross there in either way. But to say that it's that it is vegetarian, I agree. Okay, so buying animals from breeders that is not vegan, I agree. Does it harm the animal as a general rule? No. So yes, I'd call it vegetarian. Breeds animals, same thing for the last one. I'd still call that vegetarian. Although it's still like you created like a demand, and then I will keep breathing them into like states that they can't really tolerate themselves. Like look at the shepherd. Their backs are like crumbed backwards, and they have back pains. Zoos, yes. We don't have to kill a single animal to have zoos. Yet they live in very tiny confinements. It's really cruel, but still I'd call it vegetarian. Petting zoos, same thing. Death does not have to be involved. It's still vegetarian. So let's see. Circuses, same thing for the other ones. I mean, like it's very common to beat animals and such in there, but no, I'd still say that's vegetarian. Aquariums, same thing. Take them out of their environment. Use slave labor basically. But yeah, you don't have to kill them. It's still vegetarian. Rodeos. Yeah, this is a really hard one. You could call this one like very on edge, but still, you don't have to kill an animal to do rodeos. So yes, it's vegetarian. This one, however, hunting, fishing included. This is straight up killing. This is not vegetarian. There is absolutely no way that I'm going to like accept this as a vegetarian thing. So let's see if I can. Oh, delete this one. Yeah, I thought that if I right clicked on it, it wouldn't turn red, but no, I was wrong. So yeah, then I'll replace it with a cross. Let me see. Okay, if this is possible to do perfectly. It is actually really difficult by hand. Okay. The last one. Supports, condones the consumption, enslavement, extraction and violation, torture and slaughter of animals. This one is really hard because it is the slaughter of animals that is like the condemned part. However, that this is an inevitable consequence of vegetarianism, I agree. So still, I'd say that this it's not meant to be, but it is the absolute consequence of vegetarianism. So let's see. Eating animal flesh, that is not vegetarian. That was established before I started. Eat gelatin is also not vegetarian. The consumption of like such as fish oil and rennet and such, it's not vegetarian. Where leather is also not vegetarian. Where fur is not vegetarian. And the last one here is hunting and fishing. Where the heck did they get it from that this is vegetarian? So I hope that I cleared this a little bit up. I don't support vegetarianism, though I'd say that it's unfair to basically black paint vegetarians in this way because it's just a plain lie. So I will save this and I will publish it somewhere.